All right, we got, I feel, the most difficult rhythm we've done so far with the eighth notes because most of this is all upbeat. Most of it. So the first first two lines, you will be doing a downstroke at the beginning of each bar. And you got two ways of looking at the same rhythm. So here you got all these eighth notes tied, so you can see that. Yep, there's the upbeat you're playing on, but it's tied to the downbeat. This upbeat is tied to that downbeat. This upbeat is tied to that downbeat. So all these upbeats are tied to the downbeats. Now, here, remember, an eighth note tied to an eighth note is the same length as a quarter note. So you got the eighth note, eighth note. Eighth note tied to an eighth note is a quarter note. Eighth note tied to the eighth note is a quarter note, and so on. And you got the eighth note at the end, eighth note at the end. So for the first two lines, every bar will begin with a downstroke. The next two lines, you will have a downstroke every other bar. So those two bars, you do begin with a downstroke, and that's it. And you got a downstroke at the beginning of that bar. And that's it. So every two bars, you will have a downstroke to begin. The last two lines, you'll have your downstroke at the beginning, and that's it until the very last chord. So the drums go between two beats. First time you hear it, like it'll have four bars of basically like a disco sounding thing. And that's done on purpose to make it much easier to hear where all the upbeats are. And then it gets a little more challenging because then it's just all on downbeat stuff that you hear the drums. So it makes it harder to put all those chords in the upstroke place. It makes it harder to put all those chords in the upbeats. Because the faster you go, the easier it is to have those chords drift into the oncoming downbeat. So we got to be very careful here. Anytime you have any doubts whatsoever, if you played it 100% correct, don't go faster. You got to be very, very confident, especially on stuff like this, because it's so easy to get it wrong. So easy to get it wrong, especially at the fast speeds. And it's going to keep alternating between those two things. So really listen to the guitar, really listen to the bass to really help yourself here. So I'm going to play along with the track. And yeah, we'll start it at that 60. Here we go. Oh, that's too quiet. Hang on a minute. I'll check the volume here. Alright, here we go, from the top. Now at 120. And one more at 160. Correct. Put this back in at the 120 and send it back. Yes, we need to. I need to put in the Roman numerals. Forgot about that. I want to have those in here again to help us keep making the chord naming stuff or understanding the Roman numerals more and more. So we're getting close to moving on to some other things here with the chords. Getting close. Almost there. Whoa, not VO, VI. Go. And the 1. And the 2. And the 6. Okay. There, all good now. Okay. So the scale memorization stuff, I think there was a misunderstanding there because it wasn't quite what I asked for. You started off doing it right, and then you did something else. Do a screen share to show you. And yeah, I know I demonstrated it at the end of the video last week. Maybe I did it too quick. I made a little bit of a mistake in it. Maybe that's why it was... Maybe I confused you by doing it kind of dumb at one point. So yeah, that was good there because you went down shape 5 and up shape 4. So that's what I was wanting you to do. Down 1 and up the next. And then you just kind of went back down, which was okay if you had done it. Oh, well, let's see. So that's where the problem kind of happened. Because you went down, like basically it's supposed to be kind of like this, how I was asking. And then you go down this. And then you go down and up the next. Kind of like that. So it just feels like what I'm noticing is you started off doing what I was looking for, And then you just kind of started going down and up one shape. And then you thought about the next. So this time, and I did like finish out the lead thing because you got all the lead in chords and that was good. So this is what I'm looking for the next time in order to move on to the next thing with scales. So when you get this, we're going to add 2 notes to all those pentatonic scale shapes and then have the full diatonic stuff. So this is what I'm looking for the scale memorization here. Okay, so I'm going to count off and 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 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 2, 3, 4. So that's what I'm looking for. That's what I want you to try your best memorizing for next time, or for the next video. Alright, so let me close this and turn that off. So picking it up from the newest spot. Right, also, there's still that chord, that power chord that everything you played in the video sounded good, but this power chord here, remember I left this one blank? That's because what you put in was incorrect and it needed to be fixed. So still need to see that chord corrected and turned in, along with just filling out the other chords as we have been doing. But let's take it from here. Let's actually... Yeah, let me see if I can get this all on just one screen. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Alright, so all the new stuff, I'll demonstrate it starting at 60. 1, 2, 3. A 1, 2, 3. And 160. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. There we go. All right, so same deal as the last couple times. Once you get the chords filled in, please send it over so I can take a look at it, make sure everything is correct, offer any suggestions if I feel it would help. And that'll about do it, I think. So any questions come up, let me know. I will see you again in your new videos.